college football.
It is that time of year again.
College football, it is back. We're kicking off a little college football.
It is that time of year again.
College football, it is back.
Here in Boulder, Colorado, right now is the epicenter of college football.
It's time! It's time! Let's go! Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
What's the word, my good people, man? What is going on? I know y'all fired up. We fired up. Let's get it going, man. What is going on this beautiful Monday? We are a couple weeks away from official practice starting. So, man, let me know, man. Let me know. Yes, we are back. Yes, man. What's going on, man? Let me know how y'all feel. Bob on the voiceover. Yeah, Bob had to do the voiceover for RobDaManMedia and Coach Dre. But, man, what is going on this beautiful Monday? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July week. Sorry we was out, but, we was, had some things going on. And so we're back. Love to see y'all back here in the chat with us. Smash that like button. But we going to get into some topics today. And the first topic we going to definitely get into is On3 just dropped their rankings for the new rankings update. And with that new rankings update, Juju is a 4-star. Y'all should have known it was coming. But, hey, you know what happens when, they start dropping rankings because they must know something's about to happen. So here he is on the screen, right? As you see, Bryce Underwood is still a 5-star. Matt, who committed to the University of Mizzou, which is Missouri, is a high quality 4-star. But when you look at Tennessee, upper 4-star, and then you got Juju Lewis is the upper 4-star. Man, where do you go? Y'all know how this goes, right? Every time somebody sees somebody about to commit to Colorado or knows anything about somebody commits, the ranking drops. And in the minute they don't commit to Colorado, the ranking go back up. But here we are again, right? Man, oh man, oh man. Here we are again. How y'all feel about it? Let me know in the chat. How y'all feel, man? Juju Watkins is now a 4-star recruit. He is no longer a 5-star. So, hey, y'all know how this works with On3. You know how this works with On3 and how this thing go. So, hey, let me know in the chat. I want to know. We all knew it was coming. We all knew, right? On3 is the first one who started it. So now let's see where this thing go. I just want to know, how do y'all feel about this? Because y'all know how I feel about it. I don't even think we need to ask that question. Because for them to know something, they had to drop him to a 4-star. Because he's been at every single camp there is out there. Every major camp, he's been there. He's produced, he's shown his talent, and put on a show. So how could he drop from a 5-star and 4-star, and he's outproduced a lot of these people at these camps? Come on now. We got to make this make sense. But we all know it's coming. The minute a player is about to commit somewhere or go somewhere, these type of things happen. Here we are. Welcome to the stage, my brother, Coach Dre, in the building.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, we in here talking about Juju and how they dropped the rankings from him from a 5-star to a 4-star.
Man, I mean, you gotta feel like, I've been told y'all ratings, ratings stars are overrated to a degree. Everybody knows Juju Smith's Juju was a 5-star. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's just a way to try to keep Colorado down. It also should make like I say, he's still a USC commit, so that's the way I'll treat him. But it does make it sound like we have we got a great chance of landing him when you go to seeing the rankings drop, because if he's at USC, they don't want a guy like Lincoln Riley not to get top quarterbacks. And the SEC can pay for what they want. So I don't think there's no way the kid drops. But everybody knows the kid's a 5-star in every aspect of the word, athlete, young man, and everything. So, but y'all don't nobody get upset. Let them people have on through. Like I said, that's what they get paid to do. They get paid for that stuff. And the narrative is you don't want Coach Prime to sit on top of the mountain. And so they don't want him to have a 5-star quarterback. You got to remember they said the same thing about Shadeur. Oh, Shadeur can't play. He played HBCU quarterback. He ain't no Power 5 quarterback. Well, you see what happened with that. So let them people have that. Like I said, we just gonna stay patient and do what we do. But don't let that worry you. I just hope it doesn't. I hope it pushes Juju, because I said it in a chat earlier. All you gotta do is go out and show you the best. You can't take that away from him. When he go out there and show you he's the best quarterback that was in that class, there's nothing else to talk about. So we just gonna show people that he's the best. That's all you can do with that.
For sure, man, and that's I want people to realize is that it's time. You know what time is coming when it gets time to this time of the year, right? Players are gonna move up and down the charts. They're gonna try to make certain people recruiting class better than some others, be based upon the players they move around. But at the end of the day, they still got to go short on the field. And they got to go produce at the end of the day. So all it's going to do is just motivate Juju even more. It's going to motivate CU even more to go keep recruiting. In a sense. So there we have it. But man, it's fun times, man. It's fun times. But hey, we are a couple weeks away from official practice starting. July 29th. So we're exactly 3 weeks away from official practice starting. The boys are coming back in the building here shortly. But we are officially, as this title says, we are officially in the Big 12. Media Day starts tomorrow for the Big 12. Colorado will be on Wednesday. Coach Prime is the first person speaking on Wednesday. I wish I could show it here, but I don't want to get copyrighted. But we will have some thoughts on it on Friday on that show, breaking down the media day and what to expect. But going into media day, looking forward to media day. What are you expecting out of media day, Coach Dre?
I mean, what you expecting is for everybody to say they feel like they got a chance to win the Big 12. I don't expect no coach to stand up to that podium and tell you that they don't feel they have a chance to compete in the Big 12. I expect to see their best players, just like we're going to take our best players. And I just expect to see some electricity, some excitement in the building. Anytime Prime in the building, you can believe he bringing the lights, the cameras, and the action. But you're gonna see the best of the best. It's some hard questions gonna be asked. And Prime gonna give y'all the answers. And it might not be the answers that everybody want to hear. But you got to be patient. You got to take everything with a grain of salt. And again, I want you guys to listen. Don't just. Sometimes the answers are in the conversation if you just listen. Don't go in there with no preconceived notion of what you think Coach Prime gonna say, what you think Shadeur gonna say, Travis, Shiloh, and the punter, and that's it. Just know that. Listen and let those guys talk. Take it in, and let's get, like I say, it's all about the work and the grind right now. We done had a little break. I think they'll get one more break right before, maybe. And like I say, if it is, it's gonna be like a 3-day weekend, like instead of they'll be able to get out like on a Thursday or something. But it's grind time now.
Yeah, I think
it's right.
I think they're gonna have like a 3-day weekend right before camp. So camp's gonna start on the 29th. So the 28th, 27th, 26th, and I think the 25th to the 28th. I think he's gonna try to give him like a little smaller break, just to get and make sure everybody's ready to go for the 29th when official practice starts.
And expect for the preseason polls to be. We're not going to be high on a lot of people preseason polls in the Big 12. You know, I expect us to be somewhere around the 7, 8. You know, anywhere from 5 to 8. I feel they're gonna probably put 5 teams ahead of us. Again, don't get upset. We ain't gotta do all of that. We gonna go out here on the football field. We gonna have every opportunity every Saturday to go out there and show why we the best team in the Big 12. So y'all know that's coming. I'm just telling y'all that's coming. We won't be ranked in the top 5 probably in the Big 12. If we at 5, I'll be surprised. But I don't think we'll be ranked in the top 12. It's gonna be some kids that might not make the Big 12 first, second, or third team that you might feel that way. Again, let's not get upset. Let's not get bent out of shape. We got the opportunity to go out there every Saturday and show that we got first, second, and third team talent on the University of Colorado Buffaloes, and that's just the way it is.
Shout out to See You Buffs Dynasty, man, with the $2 super chat. Rob and Coach Dre, what's up, my good brothers, man? We just in here, man, just vibing, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. Appreciate everybody that's pulling up and talking to us, chopping it up, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But I'm gonna go back to a question of where can you watch the Big 12? So here's a breakdown of the schedule for those who don't know. Here's a breakdown of it. Wednesday, Coach Prime, like I said, he is the first person to go on from 11 to 11:15. You can watch it on ESPNU, but it's going to show on delay. So he's going to be already talked by 11:15, but you can watch it on ESPNU from 11:20 to 11:35. So what they're gonna break it down for the 2 people that's speaking before Coach Prime on that list. Those will be the 2 people that's already spoken. So you can watch it on ESPNU for those who don't know. If you don't have ESPNU, if you're in my Discord, the RobDaManMedia Discord, you'll be able to see it there. We'll have it in the Discord. We're gonna have a link open by tomorrow or Wednesday morning before we do the show. That you'll be able to click in and you can watch it. So if you're missing it and you want to see it, you can see it on our Discord because we can't show it on YouTube. We get copyrighted, but we will show it in the Discord. You can come over there, hang out, listen to what Coach Prime got to say. And what I would just, like Coach Dre said, just listen. Don't come there with you think or anything like what Coach Prime will say based upon the question that's being asked. All you gotta do is just sit back and relax. And so for those who don't know, we've had a Discord for almost about a year now. The Discord is just a community of people that's in there that we talk about a little bit of everything. We got CU football, we talk about basketball, we talk about NFL, we talk about other colleges in there, other universities in there. We watch all CU football games. Will be live streaming in the Discord. So you never have to worry about where to go looking for channels, things like that. It's all in our Discord. So we'll be dropping a link. We just cleaned up some things up in the Discord for you guys, but we'll be dropping a link on the next show for you guys to join into the Discord. But the Discord, we do have a lot of information that we put in there that we don't talk about on YouTube. So if the things that we can't talk about, that we can't say on YouTube, things like that, and videos and things like that, we will put it in our Discord. So y'all just wait until Wednesday, and we're gonna reopen up the Discord back for everybody. Right now, we've been having it closed for about the last 6 months, but we're about to reopen it up, getting ready for the season, because we do show all the football games and all the big time football games. So not just Colorado. If there's any big time football game that y'all requesting to see, we show it in the Discord too also. So whatever that game of the week is that you might be on the go, you might not be at home, and you want to watch it on the go, we try to get that to you. So y'all be ready. Be looking out for it. We just cleaning up the Discord to get everything ready. So that is coming soon. Shout out to the producer in the background that don't say anything that y'all don't know. That helps us just thankful for all the teams, the first ladies, that helped this thing run. So I just want to make sure, I give appreciation to all those who helped this thing, because it ain't just me and it ain't just Coach Dre. So.
I mean, he hit the nail on the head. Always, on a real note, give people their flowers while you can. Tell people you love them while you can. Let people know you appreciate them while you can. Any OGs in here that's from certain places and stuff like that, take a hold of these young kids in your community. I guess everybody know about the tragic loss of these 3 great young men who hadn't got a chance to pursue their dreams all the way. And so you never know what life kind of curveballs life going to throw you. So always be mindful of what you're saying to people, how you treating people, how you blessing people. And like I said, give people their flowers while you can. I tell people all the time, I'm just a nobody. I'm just a nobody that's here to help my brother Rob. You see me over there on Dino. You see us with B Watt. We just, and everything happened organically. You see me in there with Colin, speaking with Colin, and it's just organically came together. Nothing was pushed. Nothing was prodded. Like he say, we've had a Discord for about a year. We had some things go wrong. We ain't perfect. Bruh cleaned it up. Again, we gonna always push this positive narrative. If you don't, again, it's not that we don't mind criticism. It's just I always tell y'all it's about the presentation. Everybody has a point, and everybody can speak their mind, but we're not gonna dog nobody. We're not gonna talk about nobody, because again, they are still young men and they are still human beings, and we're gonna treat people as such. So again, man, I appreciate Rob for giving me this opportunity. Like I say, man, a year ago you wouldn't even find Coach Dre on no social media. And all I'm really on is this and Twitter and Instagram. And the only reason I'm there is really to monitor my kids. But I found a great family in doing so, because good people find good people. And that's just the truth. Good people find good people. So that's what we're gonna push over here. I know that's what my brother Dino pushing. My guy Sco Buffs and Mad Titan and them guys, Life in Football, John, all them guys, that's what they pushing, and that's what we gonna push. I said this a year ago. We gonna make this positive way the right way. And if you ain't gonna get on that train, then I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna say this. We're not going to this year. We're not going to charge to get in the Discord. I know somebody just asked that question. How much is to get in the Discord? We're not charging this year. Normally, we was charging to get into the Discord, just because we just wanted to keep a bunch of trolls and stuff out of the Discord. As right now, we're not going to be charging this season. But if it gets crazy out of hand, and we need to eliminate people, we will start charging for it, because we want us to just be a community of people where people can come in and enjoy themselves, and be a safe space. We don't want this to make this out to be something more than what it is. So right now we're not charging to get in the Discord this year, but if we have to and we need to eliminate people, we will, because like I said,
Hold on, Rob. There will be a vetting process, though. I don't want to put that out there. It's no charge, but there will be a vetting process. There will, guys. I promise y'all, there will be a vetting process. Because we want it to be a safe space. We want people to feel comfortable. We want real CU football fans and real people that you know what I'm saying, that care and genuinely care about other people and not just themselves and not just their opinion. They openly and honestly listen and do stuff like that. So there will be a vetting process, ladies and gentlemen, but it will not be a charge. It will not be a charge, but there will be a vetting system.
With that being said, can I ask you a question, please, sir? Kind sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead,
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me on your panel, man. I think it's an honor to be on your panel. So thank you for that. Please like, subscribe, and share this content. Let's get the algorithms up. So let's get it. So the betting process. Can you just give us like some of the basic of what it should entail so that people understand?
We're gonna go into
Okay.
that. We're gonna go into all that Wednesday. I'm gonna leave that
Okay,
for
Yeah.
okay.
Wednesday show.
Yes,
I just
sir.
wanted
Yes,
to.
sir.
I just wanted to put it out there so people know. But we'll go into all the fine details because you're gonna have to reach out to me or certain persons,
Okay.
and then we'll walk you through the process. It's not gonna be hard because once you reach
Yeah,
out to
yeah,
us,
yeah.
because
I don't
you're
want.
gonna have
I
to
don't want
reach
no.
out to
Yeah,
us. You're gonna have to reach
Okay.
out to us to get the link.
yeah.
So you're not gonna be able to just click a link to get in. You're gonna have to reach out to us, and we'll walk you through the steps on what to do. But outside of
It's
that,
not gonna be difficult.
it's
It's not
yeah,
gonna be difficult, Warren.
yeah.
And a guy like
Okay.
you don't have those worries.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
What up, Dale, bro? What's the word?
Talk to me, man. How y'all feeling?
Hey, man, we good, man. How you feel about on three making Juju a 4-star?
Like you said, man, we seen it coming. It's just sad. It's unfortunate. I feel like if I'm one of those kids, that might make me, it might make me want to come to the school even more because I just see how y'all like to play with the coach, with the team, and then I see how you like to play with me, and I haven't even committed yet. So it's just, it just goes to show how they'll do anything to kind of try to downplay the program, try to downplay Prime. But it's unfortunate that they'll end up in turn, quote unquote, hurting the kid. It's like, yo, I've been a 5-star all this time, and now somehow I'm a 4-star. Like Coach Dre said, it don't mean that much, but it means a little bit. So it's just
Hey,
unfortunate they do
Dale,
that.
here's the question to ask. So, do you see USC fans getting upset? I'm just asking.
No.
Just a question.
I when so I was watching something last night, and they got into this theory about Lincoln Riley, right? And it was like Lincoln Riley is a quarterback guru. He's the man. And I just was thinking to myself, how is he a quarterback guru when he's got 5 out of 7 high school players, and out of the 5 out of 7 high school players that he handpicked, he ain't developed them. And I can go down a list of players since he's been a head coach. I'm strictly since a head coach at Oklahoma. He had 4. 3 of those quarterbacks 3 out of the 4 of those quarterbacks, well, all 4 of them transferred, but 3 out of 4 quarterbacks at Oklahoma transferred away. The 4th one was Caleb Williams that transferred with him to USC. Now let's get to USC. They transferred out. So I just want to know, like, what makes Lincoln Riley so much of this quarterback guru when the quarterbacks that he's hand selected out of high school has transferred out, but he's done better with players that's transferred in as quarterbacks.
What people gonna say is you got it. He has he got 3 Heisman Trophy winners.
That's cool.
That's gonna be the logic. Is that when guys come to him, they become better. They become Heisman type quarterbacks, and so that's what people gonna say. Again, I don't know.
But here's the thing, though. You can say all that, but when you break down the situation, 5 out of the 7 quarterbacks in reality that you recruited straight out of high school has transferred away. But you're a quarterback guru that you can develop.
Followed him.
But
Caleb followed him.
I'm taking Caleb out of the situation, out of the 7 quarterbacks. I'm giving him Caleb Williams. But when you look at it, if you really break down his recruiting class from when he was at Oklahoma and at USC, anytime he's got a quarterback out of high school, 9 times out of 10, they're leaving him. So he's not developing high school kids I would say we are. Caleb Williams is just a one-off.
Well, I think you can look at it like, and I guess I'll give him credit for Spencer Rattler because Spencer was there for a while.
No, he wasn't. He was there for a year and he transferred to South Carolina.
No, he was there for 2. He was there for 2.
Yeah, he was there for 2.
I take it back. He was there for 2 until Caleb got there.
Yeah, he was there for 2, and then he played. He played most of that. Like I said, I was that 3rd year, but so he was there for 2. But I think I could kind of give him credit for Spencer because when Spencer went to South Carolina, not that he digressed or not that he went back a little bit, but they just ran a different system. It was kind of trying to get him pro ready. But I think you could argue that even though maybe the high school kids, which system?
Is it Lincoln Riley's system because he's more open to throwing everything?
Yeah, maybe, and that's why. So I think maybe you could argue that although he might not be able to keep the high school kids that he's bringing in, you could argue that he's able to maybe take a transfer to the next level, and it might just be the system and whatever the case may be. But he gets these transfer guys in, they do end up going number 1. They do end up getting the Heisman and so on and so forth. So even though the guys that he's bringing in are leaving, you could kind of maybe deem him as the guy who can unlock a little bit more out of the transfers, maybe.
All right, I'm gonna break this down and I'm gonna put this into another situation, right? I want you to name any quarterback from last season. Outside of Caleb Williams and outside of Shadeur, name a quarterback from last season.
What you mean from where?
It doesn't matter. Just name a quarterback. You feel like the best quarterback in college football. I want you to name him.
Penix.
Okay. Take Penix, put him at USC with the weapons that he had. Don't you think Penix can do the same thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, I want you to take Caleb Williams and put him on Washington. Does Washington still perform at the same level?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, because he got the same. The weapons the same.
Okay. All right. So here's the point. I'm getting to. If you put a quarterback around good weapons, they're always going to look good. Show me a below average quarterback that he's had that had to do something. That really had to work to do something, right? Because when you break down Lincoln Riley just has a good system with weapons around it, so the quarterbacks always look good, right? If you allow Jalen Hurts to throw the ball at Alabama, he's probably would have produced the same thing that he did at Oklahoma. The only difference was it's a more quarterback-friendly system where everything is spread out. He can get the ball out of his hand in 2.0 seconds. That's it. So when we say that Lincoln Riley is quarterback guru, break this down and make this make sense. You could put any quarterback there that's got good weapons on the outside that's throwing the 5 stars. They're going to get open. That's all I'm saying.
I don't, as a coach, I don't like to discredit coaches like that because it still takes a level of consistency. And I know you're not. I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying it still takes a level of consistency to keep that going and to constantly put another quarterback in that system. And because sometimes, like, this is the way I look at it. Steve Spurrier had good college quarterbacks. None of them really panned out in the NFL to be that good, right? But his system was quarterback friendly. Like, you take Danny Wolford. Danny Wolford was well, I'm telling you, I'm talking about he couldn't hit the blind side of a barn, but he had great weapons. And it was a great system. So they gave Steve Spurrier the credit for that, for what he produced. So you got to give, what I'm saying is you got to give Lincoln the credit for that.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Papa. Go ahead.
Okay, so Lincoln Riley, right? I hear he's only good for one side of the football. He only focuses on one side of the football. That's what I'm hearing, based on the platforms I go on, right? So he doesn't focus on his defense. So does that does he? Would you say as a quarterback you want something a coach that can at least give you some balance on both sides of the ball,
Well,
so
bro,
that you
the greatest coach in college football is the great Nick Saban, and he'll tell you he don't do nothing on offense.
well, I mean,
He's a
but
great manager. He gonna go try to find the best offensive coordinator he can, but he's not really touching anything on offense. Now he probably he gonna get the best players he can for you on offense. But as far as X's and O's on offense, Nick Saban ain't doing that.
right. So I guess that's what I'm going to the management part of it. You would think that it just seems like he just focused on getting players from one side. I should have said that
Well,
versus going on the other side. At least
I
that's
agree
what
with
I'm
that.
hearing.
I agree with that. Now I agree with that. It seems like he doesn't go and get the best players for defense, but he go try to get the best players for offense. I agree with that.
because
But
he thinks is his offense is going to sell recruits on the defensive side to come because he could put a high power offense together. So that's his philosophy, right? Just as like right, Baker Mayfield was a walk on, a below average A3 star. All right, so let's break this down, right? Because I hear everybody keep talking about Baker Mayfield, but let's break this down in reality. Like, if you want to say, all right, Baker Mayfield, if you take Baker Mayfield at Texas Tech, what was his weapons? And if you go to Oklahoma, what was his weapons? The only difference is he had better weapons. That's it. A better offensive line and better weapons. He's still the same quarterback. And just like you see him in the NFL, if you put weapons around Baker Mayfield and an offensive line, he's going to produce. If you don't, this is what he's not going to produce. So people with this notion of Baker Mayfield just excelled, Baker Mayfield really did excel at Oklahoma like people think he did. It's just he had better weapons and a better offensive line than he had at Texas Tech. And he was sitting behind Patrick Mahomes. That's it. But who am
Would
I?
would you agree that Coach Prime is the lowest paid coach for the value that he brings to football
I'm gonna
at this
say
point,
no.
or would you wait? Okay,
I'm gonna say no, and the reason why I'm gonna say no is everything was still a mystery at the Power Five level, right? You don't want to overpay a coach that ain't never coached a day at that level, because then if things go south, you're gonna lose your job too. So you rather come to a happy medium, you know what I'm saying, and under promise and over deliver, because that next contract can set you, in the upper realms. So no.
so so let me ask this question. It's a follow up question, then I'll fall back. With that being said, if Coach Prime has a good season, I'm talking about 10-2 without any bowl games or anything like that. That's what I
Just
consider a
say
good season.
anything over 8 wins. Okay, I got
Okay,
you.
anything over 8 wins, we go that route. Would that put other programs on the fact that they paying these coaches all this other money, scratching their head, maybe rethinking? You think that might be an issue as well? That he might calibrate the salaries that these coaches are getting, or rethinking
When you look
the,
at coach's salary, every year the market is gonna get reset by some coach. So that don't really play a part. What people are trying to figure out is, does Coach Prime's system, the method that he's using, will it work to have success? And if it does, we're going to copy that. So when you look at the next wave of coaches, the next jobs that might come open this season, if Prime has success this season, which most people believe, right? If his system works, what you're going to see is you're going to see coaches come in and strip the entire roster to bare nothing and reset the whole roster. But somebody has to do it first and to prove that it can be done before it happens. So this year is really the year that you really evaluate the program and where Colorado's going to go, and Coach Prime, in a sense. This is the season that everything is, the more light is going to be on Coach Prime now, because now You're year 2, right? A lot of people didn't expect it for year 1, right? Now you're in year 2, and you still tweak your lineup with portal guys over high school guys. Now you're going to see, all right, does this method work or does it not work? Because year 3, he's going to get more high school kids than portal kids. So this is going to be the big year where people are going to evaluate where this goes. If that
So
answers
what do you think
yeah.
that's
Bro,
it. So what do you think, why do you think the pushback then? If they looking to see if it works, why not just um stop trying to come against that and just wait on the sidelines to see if it works instead
because
of
nobody's
pushing?
ever done it. That's why.
Okay.
When somebody has never done it at the Power 5 level, there's always going to be pushback because the first thing I'm going to say is you can't do it that way. So I'll give you a prime example, right? This time last year, I started this whole panel thing that you see on YouTube, right? As far as when it comes to Colorado football. And everybody, when I started, said it wasn't going to work. And then guess what? Everybody started venturing and doing it. If you've never seen it done before, the first thing you're going to do is say it cannot be done that way. Until you see the success that comes from it, then that's when you're going to gravitate to doing it, and everybody's going to copy to do it. That's the easy way I can break it down to you.
Yeah, I got you. Sound like a good old boy club to me from where I come from.
Oh,
You
it
know?
is. It probably is. But again, that's the same way. Well, when you go to talk about the system, they're not used to the way that Coach Prime is recruiting, and he's still getting top recruits. So they're doing what they can. You always been told control what you can control. Well, see, they can control the stars and the rankings, right? So if we rank him low enough, then he doesn't get it doesn't look like he has a top class. But anybody
Got
with
you.
common sense or with eyesight can know, hey, this kid was a 5-star, been a 5-star, and then the biggest thing is he reclassified to move up. He's supposed to be in the class of 26. So everybody knows. So they're doing what they can do, what they can control. So we can control the rankings, and we can make him look. We can say that he's a 4-star and he's not this. Jordan Seaton did the same thing. Jordan Seaton was the number 1 offensive lineman in the country. All of a sudden, he dropped to like 17 or something. So it's just they're trying to control what they can control because, like Rob said, they're not used to the recruiting that he's doing. They're not used to the way he's going about it. And because of his way wins, like you say, that good old boy system goes out the window. Because now some of these coaches that's been working up the ranks to try to work themselves to be head coaches, some of them, and I'm not saying that it's all the way right, but some of them going to get looked over to go if you want a Ray Lewis or if you want an Ed Reed or if you want an Andre Johnson, if you want a Brian Urlacher, or whoever wants to be coaching, a Pierce, or guys like that. Now these coaches that's been coming up the ranks, they might get looked over because the school might need what Coach Prime brings to the table. And that's another thing that we have to look at is the economy part of what Coach Prime has done for the city of Boulder, the state of Colorado. So now if I'm a school and I'm struggling, why not go out and hire Ed Reed? Why not go out and hire Ray Lewis? Because people going to come to see that. People going to support that. Now, it's only one Prime now. I'm not saying it's going to be like Prime. But you will see a difference with those guys in certain seats. And that's why I don't understand why some of these HBCUs didn't follow the blueprint.
You know what's crazy? Here's what I'm gonna say. If Ray Lewis or Ed Reed gets hired by a Power 5 team or P4 team, it's going to split the national audience. It's going to split the national audience. And what's going to happen is you're going to see national corporations and everybody they can try to bring the attention back to get it back into Georgia's, to Alabama's favor or Ohio State's favor. You don't want a Ed Reed or a Ray Lewis to get a P4 head coaching job, because now you're going to be in trouble. Because now the PWOs are going to try to do something to get the attention away. And so that's why you see most of this stuff coming from Prime, is because the PWOs do not want, this to be a wave, a headline. So the only way you can stop this is, anything you can do to knock something or put something in a negative light. And so as long as things keep pushing forward and things keep being in a positive light and the success and everything keeps growing up, there's going to be a problem. There's always going to be a problem because they don't want to see that happen.
I think the only way that happens then is Prime doesn't succeed.
I mean, yeah, that
from
you
growing,
right, but again, he gonna succeed. It ain't no ifs, ands, or
right.
buts about that.
I know he gonna
So
succeed, but
yeah,
they
you know
have,
what I'm saying. But the thing,
yep.
but again, it comes back to what we saying is they're not used to it. It's been so okay. It was like how Nick Saban doing it, and the thing was a few years you got to go get you a Nick Saban coach. You got to get a coach that done coached under Saban. What Georgia did? Oh, they went and got a Saban coach. What Ole Miss did? They went and got a Saban coach. So that was the blueprint. Go get you a guy that's done coach with Saban, because the Saban magic is on him. So go get him. And that's what people was doing. Kirby comes down here and does what he does at Georgia, so it made it look like, okay, so it's the same kind of effect that Prime's going to have when he goes to winning. And now he's setting these brothers up to where they can do that. Warren Sapp and people of that nature. But again, I know that it's NFL pros that want to be coaches, want to be head coaches. Andre Johnson, for fact. I know Ed Reed wants to be a coach. I know that Ray Lewis, they want to be coaches. And they don't just want to be coaches for football. They want to help change young men's lives. And that's a big part of what people need to get. I tell people that all the time. I don't coach for wins or losses. I win because of the young men and how you watch change young men. And winning football games, when you're doing the right thing, that's gonna happen. And that's why I tell people, like, they think it's just, oh, Dre, no, it's gonna, y'all just watch how it's gonna win because of the way Coach Prime going about his business and the way he's treating these young men. That calculates in the W's. It just does.
So I got one last question. I don't mean to dominate all of this, bro. So please forgive me. All right. So the coach from Notre Dame, the coach from Syracuse, aren't they NFL players?
I think the coach from Syracuse. Now I'm not for sure about the coach from Notre Dame, but
okay,
that guy from Syracuse, he's gonna be the next big thing. There's no if the way he's going about business, the way he's recruiting, the way he's doing things, he gonna be good. I love the Maryland coach. I love him. He came up, but you know what? He's a Saban guy. That's why he probably got the Maryland job. He was the offensive coordinator at the University of Alabama. That's what I'm telling y'all. That was the hot thing to go get. So now the hot thing is to go get you a Kirby Smart guy. Go get you a Georgia guy. In a lot of inner circles, go get you a coach from Georgia.
Okay, I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So it's got to be proven for people to buy into it, and that's all. So once Prime go to winning, well, this how we got to do it.
Go get you a guy from the NFL that want to coach. That's good with kids.
Right. That's great with kids, but again, when you get a Ray Lewis or you get an Ed Reed, they're bigger than life.
Right.
So now they kind of like, if it's not on the Colorado or if it's not on the Georgia, maybe Ohio State right now or Oregon, he kind of dominates the story. You get what I'm saying? If he go coach at, let's just say Georgia Tech hires him to be the linebacker coach, he dominate. That's what the story is going to be about most of the time. It's going to be about Ray Lewis. Oh, Georgia Tech got Ray Lewis. Oh, what the linebackers gonna look like? How long before Ray Lewis, the defensive coordinator? How long before you get what I'm saying? And if a coach doesn't know how to manage those adults, it turns into something that that Ray Lewis ain't looking for, because Ray Lewis there to do his job and to coach up young men, but not other people looking over their shoulder. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you come and you coach for Prime, I don't think nobody looking over their shoulder because Sapp is at Colorado. Sapp coming in there doing his thing, and he ingratiating himself with these men and all that other stuff. I tell people all the time, to be a great leader of men, your coaches got to be together. You can't preach something and then y'all doing something else. You can't say preach togetherness and y'all got to come together and this coach arguing with this coach and this coach don't like this. And young men see that, even at this level, at high school level, little league level. If you preaching that, them kids see you ain't doing that, you can throw that out the window. Them kids don't want to really listen to you no more, cause see them, you ain't telling them the truth. You ain't being realistic with them. So
speaking of coaches, Nebraska, is Nebraska the Corns? They all right? Speaking of coaches, their coaches resigning.
I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't want to bring that up without y'all having that as the topic, so I didn't want to just.
I mean, bro, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they done hired somebody else, so I don't. They say some people trying to say Matt Rule cleaning house. All I know is it's gonna hurt their recruiting. The guy that resigned, that's gonna hurt recruiting. That's all I know. Anything else, I don't know about, but I know it's gonna hurt.
The D-line coach was like he about to hit the door too. DB.
What the thing is, they saying that they're making it seem like Matt Rule is cleaning house.
Somebody cleaning the house.
It is. I don't know what it is, but that's how they trying to make it sound. But it do sound like, it might be a few problems. And again, fellas, I just said that you got to be on the same page. Your coaching staff got to be on the same page. You got the head coach, you got them two coordinators, and you got the people up under them. And you got to be. I'm not saying that you're not gonna agree with everything that the OC and the DC do. You're not. But you got to understand that that's their role, and you got to play your role. I continue to tell people, everybody want to be a chief. Nobody wants to be an Indian. But nobody wants to. But to be a great chief, to be a good chief, you have to be a great Indian. And nobody wants to be an Indian. So,
well, a lot of times that's associated, and socially being an Indian associated with being a beta man instead of an alpha man. And if you're not, I think that's so garbage. I think that's so much of garbage. I don't know what to.
If anybody ever tell you that, tell them I said that's a bunch of bull. Because just
I know it is, Dre.
See, but this the thing, and that's what I'm telling you. People go chasing titles to think that they're the man, because you got the title. But right now, I can call my head coach, and I can get my son in here, and he'll tell you the head coach from the other team say, "Yeah, I'm the head coach." Hey, but that guy there run this football team. When y'all see me, cause I ain't gotta walk around and have no title and have all of that. Cause if you here for what you say you here for, it ain't about no title. Right. You can call me the dick digging man if you want to. If you here to do what you supposed to do, I don't care what it is. And if you care about the person, that's why I say it's a difference in Colorado this year with the coaching staff, because you got men that care about the well-being of the head coach. Because the head coach really is the one who takes all the heat. When we win it, everybody, like when we start winning, everybody go, "Oh man, Pat Shermer, he's calling up the offense, man. Hey, Livingston doing his thing."
I'm gonna be honest. The program
losing, everything was on Prime. Old Prime can't.
To me, the whole program, the program to me represents servitude at its highest level. From the coaches, from the staff, it's all about serving for a better good, and raising up people to be the best version of themselves. And there's no way of doing that without serving somebody. If you think you're supposed to reap everything that all the benefits and not give back is just crazy to me. And 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 I see that mentality of in Colorado and under Coach Prime and how all them coaches is about serving them kids and raising them in every way possible, not just on the gridiron. All I want you to do is gridiron. I don't care about your school. I don't care about what's your personal life. None of that. They're creating an NFL system.
Well, this year, when you look at this coaching staff, you see a more connection. Them
Yes,
together more. Like last year, you could point out the obvious, right? Every time you seen Sean Lewis, you seen a boy with him, but you never seen him with nobody else. This year, you see everybody being unified together, and standing on everything. You see more unification with the coaches, speaking to their group and being on top of their group. So you gotta be thankful for what you see, man, in that. But moving forward, we are living rent free in UCF head because KJ Jefferson got a picture with Shadeur Sanders in it.
I know that's right.
And I know people been waiting for me to talk about this, but hey, I like it, man. I like it, man. I like it that he has a standard. He knows what he's shooting for, and Shadeur is the guy. My thing to the Big 12 that doesn't obviously make sense, right? When it comes to the Big 12 media, who's in a post, right, is how can you say that we have the defensive player of the year in Travis Hunter? We have the AP first team, Shadeur Sanders, and we have a defensive line, BJ Green, on the first team, but we're gonna finish 11th. The math ain't mathing. You have the best. You have the best defensive player, and you have the top quarterback in the conference, but you're gonna finish 11th. I just wanted to make it make sense, which it doesn't. But it could be just me. What do you guys think?
Shout out to KJ, man. That's this competition. That's just recognizing um um competition. And it don't even have to be Shadeur. It could have been somebody else that he posted, but I'm just saying he recognized that that's the game for him. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that he wants to go up against to show how good he is. So shout out to him, bro. That's he just expressing his competition and who he think he compare himself, not compare himself to, but he feel like who his best competition is. So I like that. That's like that's like boxing. Putting the picture of the opponent on your wall just to stay focused, to work harder. You know what I mean?
I don't like it. I get why he did it if you base it on the quote, but I feel like he could have put a quote up of he could have put a list of all the 10 quarterbacks that they got above him in the country, or he could have put up a list of all the quarterbacks that they got listed for the Heisman, and he could have put up, but to put up a picture of a specific player, I don't necessarily like that. I don't. I think that's a little weird. But I'm assuming he went more about the quote that says, "Not only is Shadeur the best quarterback in the Big 12, because now we're both in the Big 12, but he's also the best quarterback in the country." So I'm assuming he kind of was going based off of the quote, but to have the picture up there, like I said, I think he could have used any other talking point, because I mean they've been saying Carson Beck is the best quarterback. He going number one. They've been talking about Quinn. They talk about everybody else except for KJ Jefferson. So he could have used a lot of bulletin board material without having to have a picture of Shadeur. So now when we play y'all, so now as the other quarterback, I know you got my picture on your locker, and then we play y'all and we whoop you. Now you look even crazier. But that's just how I feel about it. He could have used anybody or just a quote in general or a list.
What up, Big Tiger Media?
What's going on, man? I'm checking in. I see y'all hitting all the hot topics.
Yeah,
Salute.
man.
I like what you just said right there. It would have been nicer if you had a whole list, if you had a bunch of names on there. And when you just point out Shadeur, it kind of seemed like you just going at just him. You compete against everybody.
But here's the
So,
thing, Tiger.
what about in the Big 12
He-
though? Okay,
Right,
go ahead,
Well,
Coach.
no,
that's what I
even in the
was
Big
finna
12,
say.
now even in the Big 12, Coach Dre, they had the Big 12 list initially. Well, it was something else I saw, so it wasn't nothing like super official. But it was something I saw. But they had Cam Rising 1, Jalen Daniels 2, somebody else 3, Shadeur 4. It was a Big 12 list. So even that list
Can't be with Cam Ward in it.
Can't be.
No.
Yeah, it can't be.
Excuse me. I said
Rising.
Cam Rising. My bad. Cam Rising was 1. Jalen Daniels was 2. I think Avery Johnson somehow was 3. Shadeur was 4. And then I don't know if KJ Jefferson was 5 or somebody else was 5. But even that list, you can say, hey, shoot, you got me, behind all these dudes in my own conference. Let me use this list. But to have a picture of one particular quarterback, that's nasty.
Well, here's the thing. He sets the standard. For me to be what I want to be, I got to chase him. Again, I'm just not a guy that would even allow that in my locker room if I'm the head coach. Now, if you got a list, but a picture, I just ain't going for that, and I'm with y'all on that. But I do see his mindset behind it. I can care less about what them people talking about. Shadeur Sanders is the best quarterback in the Big 12. Ain't no ifs, fans, or buts about it. You get what I'm saying? Cam Rising ain't played in a year, and you old. You got to give Jaden Daniels his respect. Got to give him his respect. I don't think he's better than Shadeur, but I give him respect. That other quarterback you name, I don't think he that good. If I'm KJ. And then here's the thing that I don't think y'all really think of. He worried about Shadeur, but KJ don't even know if he's gonna be the starter for UCF.
Hello. Say that again, Coach Dre.
KJ doesn't know if he's gonna be the starter for UCF. Okay, so we'll see what the spring brings. But KJ worried if he's gonna be the starter for UCF. So he using every little motivational tactic he can to get himself going because he doesn't know that. And I'd be lying to y'all if you ask me right now and put me on the spot, do I think KJ Jefferson gonna be the starter for UCF? It's 50-50 with me.
And wouldn't you agree that the world will be watching, or
Because we got a guy from my county that's down there that just transferred from Miami that's gonna fight him for that starting position.
Right, that's what, bro.
That's what we talking about.
You ain't telling Dre nothing he don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even go. What I'm telling you is, I'm not trying to go get Cam Ward if I got Shadeur Sanders. You get what I'm saying? If I know Shadeur gonna be my guy, so why do I go get this kid from Miami to come in here when y'all saying that KJ Jefferson gonna be the guy? These boys from Miami don't want to come sit in no bench.
Because you got parents.
He could have sat the bench and literally been on a national championship type team, but I decided to come to UCF.
And also you got parents. Make it make sense because you got parents out there saying otherwise about KJ. They're strictly from the program. They kids on the team. Yeah, it makes sense, dog.
Now I will say this. I think KJ is a better thrower. I think Barrett can throw. He just don't believe in his arm.
KJ a better thrower than who?
Barrett.
For real? You think that for real, Tiger?
If you watch, just go watch Barrett highlights. he don't
I
trust
watched
his
him,
arm.
bro. I done seen him up. I done seen him play up
If
close.
like
though,
this,
bro.
this how I judge a kid. On third
Go ahead,
down, when it's a money down, and you decide to run instead of throw the ball, when you got an open receiver or he kind of open and you run, you don't trust your arm.
Or
Nah,
you don't trust the receiver, or you don't trust the receiver.
I was just about to go there. Because
That's
it could be a product
but
of two.
that's-
It could be a product
I
of the
get what
receiver.
you're saying, and I give you that. I give you that. But most quarterbacks with the kind of wheels that Bear got, what he does when he step back and I look and I see you open, like that's why I think Prime continues to tell y'all I gotta see it in practice, because that comes back into a quarterback's head. Hey, you remember I threw this cat the wide open pass third Wednesday in practice. Boy, he dropped that thing a couple times, boy. Do I trust you to catch me throwing you the ball and catch it, or do I trust me running with my legs and the ball in my hands to get the first down? So that kind of, you get what I'm saying. But I think it's gonna be a tight race. I think Gus Malzahn gonna play both of them. I think he's gonna play both of them.
Here's my thing about this, right? Is when you look at Jakari, right? Does he have a better receiving core in UCF than he had in Miami? They got some studs over there, wide receiver, UCF. That's better than what they got down there in Miami. I'm just saying. So when you come down to trustability to your wide receiver, that could also play a part, because you're talking about system to system in a sense, right? You've seen what KJ did at Arkansas and then what he did last year, but coming into this year, it's a big question mark. A lot of the parents from these like wide receivers and tight ends room, a lot of these parents ain't happy with KJ. And it's been out there in the public eyes. What do I know?
Wait, run that back.
A lot of these parents of these wide receivers and tight ends are not happy with KJ.
Oh,
that was the main reason why they went and got Jakari.
If you watch the games and you look at the stat line from a guy from Miami, he was throwing the ball like 12 times a game for like 120 yards.
Oh yeah, Tiger, we agree with what you're saying. We just saying that it's people that done come out. What I'm telling you, bro, it's people that done came out and then went in certain places and done stated it on the record that they, I'm talking about after the spring game, big Tiger. I'm talking about after the spring game, got on there and kind of blasted dog. I was kind of shocked that they would get on there and blast him like that, but they kind of blasted, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a couple days after that person, did that, they signed the boy from
Miami. Okay.
So that's
I was in there that day. I heard that.
You get what I'm saying, Dev? You get what I'm saying? I mean, she was.
Yeah, I was in there.
I mean, bro, this person, and like I said, we ain't gonna never say no name. This person, she went all in on dog, and I'm talking about it was right after the spring game.
Immediately after the spring game. Not even 24 hours.
I promise you, bro, 2 days later, they had a new quarterback.
It was crazy.
So, what do you think? What do you think will happen to Gordon?
Hey, fellas, hold on, fellas, for y'all get going. Hey, fellas, I gotta jump off. If y'all was in Dino yesterday, y'all know I had a couple of losses in my family. I got a lot of family ill.
Oh,
got
man.
a lot of stuff going on. I gotta get to them and try to get see about my daddy day in Georgia and stuff like that right there, man. I'm gonna give everybody up here their flowers. Big Tiger, we like what you're doing, bro. Keep grinding, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Anything we can do to help you, let us know. Dino, CU, Buff Dynasty, my brother Dale, all y'all boys, man, I appreciate everything that y'all do. Again, I'm just a nobody, bro. I'm just somebody trying to be here to show that us brothers can come together for one common goal. It's enough out here for everybody to do what they want to do, and us to come together and show people that we can come together, talk sports, be gentlemen, and be a family. You know what I'm saying? I love all y'all boys. Hey, I'm out of here. I love y'all.
My condolences, brother.
All right, so there y'all have it. So y'all wondering why we wasn't on last week. That was why. I want to give Coach Dre his time to be around his family, man. Because it's, uh family, it's important. So, you might not never get to say goodbye to that person or anything like that. So if y'all were wondering why we went live last week, outside of just the 4th of July, it was just too much going on. So we wanted to, I wanted to respect, Coach Dre's space to be with his family. So there you have it. And that's the reason why we wasn't live last week. So yeah, I don't got to ask or anything like that, but that was part of the reason why. But also, that leads into this point about, these players, going back home and just, he's not from Georgia. Coach Dre from Florida. He got family in Georgia. That just goes to testimony to, like, with these players going back home, and to see, a player, just getting drafted into his rookie year and don't even get to live his rookie year because of a tragic accident is sad, man. And as players go back, on break and stuff, man, we got to be better, and not do silly stuff. I don't want to, go into all the details of what happened in this car accident or speculate anything like that. It's just sad to see, 3 players lose their life in a car accident, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing ever good comes out at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in that sense. So, I want to express our condolences to the families of these players. I know they're not part of CU. But at the end of the day, man, anytime you see players lose their life, it's something that you don't want to overlook, because it could have been somebody that was part of your family. So, shouts out to them, and we wish nothing but peace and joy to their family, and hope, and just give condolences to their family in that sense. Well, back to the show, man. I just wanted to get that off, since we had segued into that with Coach Dre. But it goes just back into that point of, why, taking a break is good for football, but it's not always good to go back home. Because you never know what's waiting back home when you've been gone for so long. You never know the person that's been hating or that's been jealous of things that you've been getting. In a standpoint, and it could be somebody that's truly, truly close to you, and it could be somebody that's not close to you, that's been waiting for you to come home and put you in a situation that you don't need to be in because their life is messed up internally. And so that's why, when Coach Dre always say, he don't want the kids to go back home, it's those are the reasons, because you don't know what somebody else got planned for these kids when they go back home. Not say kids, young adults, when they go back home. So you just hope that they do the right thing and stay out the way of trouble, but you never know. So always cherish the moments that you got with people, because you don't know if you're going to see them tomorrow. That's what I would say to anybody right now.
And I made a comment. It's harder to, especially if you that person that they looking to come up out of the hood, to go back to the hood and not be attracted to those attractions that will, that's from the hood, the negative and the positive. You have to be either a strong-willed person, strong-minded person, or have good people around you. And 9 times out of 10, most of them don't have that. So I always say, be careful when you go back home. Don't think just because you go back home, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be harder when you go back home, because you have all these expectations. You have all these people around you. The good and the good and the bad is gonna flock your way. So it's a trapping. It could be trap. What we call the trap.
Well, I mean, you gotta think about it. Nowadays, it's more things gonna happen now because of NIL, right? People see you go off to college, they see you getting all this bag, this, that, and the third, and you might be on FaceTime or Instagram Live or this live, and you flexing and showing, money, things like that. And so when you get back home, your partner them and everybody looking for that same thing that you be doing when you at school. They want that same thing. You come back home, they trying to get the. So it's you never know what's on somebody's mind. Because once you start to elevate, that's when people start to try to leech on, and when they feel like they're not part of it, they're gonna do whatever they got to do to get a part of it. They're gonna say whatever they need to say to be a part of it. And so those are the people that's the most dangerous people to you, is the people that's trying to leech on and trying to find a way in the door. And so those are the people that you gotta be mindful about, because yeah, they might be saying some good things to you and trying to do this and do that, but they got the wrong intentions of going about it, in a sense. So it's just sad, man. It's sad. But we gonna move on from this. Y'all can say if y'all got any last
And
thoughts
I say
about
this
it.
too, y'all. My number one rule, I used to always tell my homeboys, we not closing the club. We leaving around like 1:40. We not staying at 3:00. Because at 3:00, a lot of guys, they full of liquor. They're a little upset. People choosing, people plotting. We leaving early.
I can't I will say this. The boys from all CU boys, they should be back in Colorado here soon, if not already. CU Media Day is Wednesday for CU, but a lot of them, like Shadeur and Travis and Shiloh and Mark, they're going out to Vegas for Media Day. So most of the boys should be back home up in Boulder. They should be getting ready. But a lot of them didn't leave. Some of them left, but a lot of them didn't leave. A lot of them did things around Boulder. So yeah, they are back at workouts. So that's a good thing. Everybody's accounted for at CU, in a sense. But we just got to be mindful. When people go back home, these type of things happen, and that's part of the reason why you see a lot of these kids say, "I ain't going back home. I'm just gonna stay in Boulder." Or I ain't going home during this time period. I'm just gonna stay here, because they mindful of things that could happen. So, but time to turn the page. It's officially countdown, lock in for North Dakota State. So official practices start in a couple weeks, the 29th of July. So we're really about 2 weeks away from official practice starting, and the countdown is on. Once we get to official practice, it's less than 30 days before kickoff. So everything we're about to do is just getting ready, getting focused for North Dakota State. So if y'all got anything that y'all want to speak upon on that, go ahead, man. Feel free. We're going to rock off for about another 15 minutes, and we're going to end this thing. So y'all go ahead.
Hey, y'all tell me what happened with the post they put up. They see a lot of Colorado fans, they start like going back and forth on the post. So they took it down. The people started threatening somebody. Like, why did they take it down?
Which post are you referring to?
I think they had like a hype video or something like that for North Dakota State. And they said a lot of Colorado fans jumped on there and they took it down.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, a hype video is a hype video. Fans are gonna react regardless. North Dakota State, they wanted to do something different that they haven't did in years. They made a hype video. At the end of the day, ain't none of this gonna matter till you step on that field and you got to put them pads on. You got to lace them cleats up, and that coin get flipped up in the air. It's go time. So
Yeah,
I don't really get over hyped or under hyped about a video that being posted. Because at the end of the day, they gotta do what they gotta do to get themselves motivated to play CU. What I can say to you is this: they're not gonna come there lightly. They gonna come there and be ready for a dogfight. But for any CU fans that went in there and trash talk them, I mean, it's just the nature of fans, right? That's just gonna happen. If CU posts a hype video, there's gonna be some fan that's not a part of CU that's gonna dislike it. You know what I'm saying? I could post a hype video right now. It is what it is. But hey, let me know in the chat if y'all got any questions, anything that y'all want to talk about that we haven't addressed today before we get up out of here. As always, man, we always thank everybody. We appreciate everybody that tune in. Y'all could be doing anything else, but y'all tune in, y'all chopped in with us. Make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all just tuning in. Or if y'all been in here, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. But if you got any questions right now that you want to talk about, let me know. Hit us up right now before we get about this thing. Because we're about to end this thing. I just want to make sure that we address everything that you guys want to talk about. For the most part, we did address the point. We address everything. If
Hey,
not,
Rob,
all right,
man,
so
I just want to check in with you, bro. This is my first time jumping on your panel. I want to check in with you, and if I see you on more, I will jump on. Like, do you have a certain time that you go on, or is it random?
No, mine's not random. As the season go on, you'll see the flows of how this thing work out. Normally, majority of the time, I go anywhere between 11 and 12 Eastern Standard Time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. During the season, I go on Monday through Friday. I do a Saturday show. On Saturdays, we do a pregame, halftime, and postgame show. But this year it might be more harder to do that. But there's out there.
Okay.
Yes, I do got the media schedule. For those who just hopped in, Colorado's on Wednesday. Coach Prime speaks at 11 o'clock Pacific time. So there you have it. If you need to know what times Coach Prime speaks, it will be on ESPNU. And his time is 11:20 to 11:35. And it's all this is Pacific times that they release. So because they're in Vegas, so everything is Pacific time. So if you're Mountain Time, it's an hour ahead. If you're Central Time, 2 hours ahead, and if you're Eastern Time, is 3 hours ahead. So just think about that. These times, the time frames, these all are Pacific time frames that they put out. So Coach Prime does go on at 11:20 to 11:35 during that time. But yeah, no, it's ours is pretty set, set throughout the week. During the summer times, it can be all over, but as we get close to the season, everything is all the whole schedule's been set up. So yeah, man, I got the whole schedule. I actually was supposed to be there, but I didn't make it to media day. So because I didn't get my credentials approved in time to be there at media day, so that's why I didn't go. For those who just jumping in, we're gonna open up the Discord on Wednesday. We will show Coach Prime speaking in there from media day on Wednesday. We won't be live on YouTube, but we'll be in the Discord. So the Discord link and everything, you just have to reach out to us, and we'll get you locked into the Discord. On Wednesday, we do show all see you both games in there in the Discord. So if you want to go anything like that, you can watch it in there. We do you can live talk and everything while the game is going on with other people. So it's a community of people that's in there. We do show other games outside of CU if it's a game that's highly requested. We show different games depending on who is playing, which week we show. So y'all just tap in with us. The Discord will be open here. It will be free this year, so no charge, but there will be a process to get in a sense. So on Wednesday, we'll go into all the details on, who to email to get in, how to get the link, things like that. We'll go into that on Wednesday as we roll out. So, hey, nice intro. Rewatching live, just came in the middle. Hey, listen. Yeah. So if you didn't see, we do got a new intro to the show that we just dropped today. Getting ready for the new season. So as this new season go, you're gonna see. Rob, which game do you think will be a blowout? What are your concerns? Right now, I'm gonna get that. I got a show geared up for that. right now, so I don't want to go into too much details about which game I think, because I'm gonna go through a full breakdown. The first week that we start fall practice, I can pretty much give you that schedule, what it looks like. We will be going through depth charts, breakdowns, game breakdowns, a bunch of breakdowns. North Dakota State, we're gonna do the week of. We normally have a good. That's when you get the regular schedule stuff that we normally do for those who just tuning in. That during game weeks, we do a full breakdown each day of each team, of the team that we're playing, Colorado, X factors, and things like that. So we'll have a show ready to go as we get to game weeks. We do things a lot different on game weeks than we do 9 game weeks. So we'll get back into the regular swing of things here shortly. But right now, we just hit on topics, things like that. But as we get closer to game weeks, we do a lot different here on the channel. But hey,
I'm here for it, man. I'll check y'all out.
Yes, sir. That video was hilarious, though. Shout out to the $2 super chat. Appreciate you jumping on, Big Tiger.
Yes, sir.
Dad, what's the word, man? You got anything before we get up out of here?
Nah, I ain't got nothing, man. My fault. Listen, man, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And I don't know if you caught the question right before you jump out of here, but
what question?
Dang, it was right up here. DC Carson said, "What games are you concerned about, and what games do you think CU will blow somebody out in?"
I did. I got a whole live and everything set up for that. When are we gonna address all that? So,
all right, word. But appreciate you, man.
Oh, no problem, man.
We're kicking off little college football.
It is that time of year again.
College football, it is back.
Here in Boulder, Colorado, right now is the epicenter of college football.
It's time! Let's go! Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
As always, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button on your way out. We appreciate you.